Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Happy Toilet. I'm here with my beautiful wife, Linda, and we're going to talk germs today, Linda.
We are. Sorry about my glasses. Some days just aren't the best for all of us. And my eyes are hurting today, so sometimes my hearing doesn't go, and, everything else can't function as well. So good thing I don't have to clean toilets today.
That's right.
So first, though, I wanted to share with everybody, I was talking with somebody today, a friend, and they were asking about cleaning their tub. Do you remember you helped me with that?
Yeah.
And so they have really, really hard water stains on their tub, and they're really having a hard time getting that off. And what we suggested is a great cleaner called Barkeeper's Friend. And it comes in different ways, but the one that I suggested to her was a powder form.
Yeah, it's been around forever.
Yeah, and it's got this oxalic acid.
Oxalic acid in it. It's a natural plant acid, actually.
Right, and it really cleans really well. So she's going to try that and let me know how that goes. But it doesn't scratch anything. It just does a really good job.
It's great on hard water.
So when we were talking about that, she was talking about her mom cleaning the tub. And I said, well, how do you clean the walls around the tub? And she said, oh, my mom has a bucket. And I said, okay. And her mom is definitely retired, older. And
so like us.
Well, yeah, but she's lifting a bucket, this and that. So I told her also about what I use. So I thought I'd share it with you today. So we met Lisa Lane and her son, who have patented and invented this. And what this is it's such an awesome idea. It's a hose that you put, there's two of them. One that goes on the spout of your tub, so you don't have to throw water and buckets of water everywhere.
Take the hose and just go back and forth and let the water come out the hose.
It's awesome. You just put it on the underneath the spout, water comes out, and you just hose exactly where you want it. And then there's another one that you can use for your shower head, and that's awesome too. So anyway, this is another cleaning tip that has really helped me a lot. It gets me, when you bathe dogs or things like that, this just allows all the water to go in one place and you don't have a mess everywhere. So
and you don't have to mount it permanently. You can take it from bathroom to bathroom and use it.
Right. But you do want to make sure you get the right one for the right application. One is for the tub, spout, and one is for a shower head. So it's called Rinseroo, Rinseroo.
And I think they're on Amazon, right?
They are, but they also have their great website too. Yep. And a lot of other spots on TikTok.
You can look for a video we did on it a while back.
Yeah, it was fun. So I hope this helped you today. So anyway, next, Chris, I have a wonderful trivia question I thought we'd share.
Okay.
So, and anyone out there listening, or if you are not listening live and you're replaying this, if you just comment in the comments, or ask us a question, I will put you in for the drawing of the week. On Monday, we're going to pick a winner, and we are going to have that winner choose which one would they like, Happy Toilet Cleaner Regular or Happy Toilet Cleaner Deuce, and whichever fits their toilet, and they will be happy forever then.
Or if they already have them, they can get one for a friend.
They can. Yep. That would be great. So just comment, and if you share this with friends or on your Facebook, we'll put you in put your name in twice. So look forward to pulling the winner on Monday. So I have a wonderful trivia question for you, Chris.
Okay.
I was surprised when I was looking up some trivia questions, and this comes from Cleaning is Caring. And this question is, how much do you think one germ can multiply in just 24 hours? Anyone have a guess out there?
I had no guess.
I was amazed. It could be, I don't know, 100 times, could be 1,000 times. This here is saying 800 million times.
Yeah, that's a lot.
One germ. So in sewage, unfortunately, in our plumbing life, we, worked on a lot of toilets, a lot of sewer lines, and sewage is nasty. And guess where it starts? The toilet bowl.
Yeah.
It always starts usually at the toilet bowl. So when we see things down the line and there's sewage lines that are broken and coming up the clean out and that's nasty stuff. I know nobody wants to hear about it and talk about it, but it's real life reality and it's not going away.
That's true.
It's something that we will always have to deal with is sewage and toilet bowl cleaning. So, Chris, do you want to share a little bit about your back experiences and what sewage really does and why people...
I do. I have a good story for you.
Okay.
So it was a late night call. You sent me out. And,
I did.
It was an apartment complex where there was a lower level that was actually below the grade level. So it was like half, not a full basement, but like a half basement down. And I got there and there was a father trying to help out his daughter who lived in the apartment, and they were taking stuff out. And there was about, I don't know, 6 inches of water in that apartment. And they're walking through it. And I said, oh, that's sewer water. You shouldn't really be walking through that. And the reason it happened was there was a clog in the main drain that went out that was actually draining the whole building, probably about 20 units total in that one building. And it had backed up. And so anyone above them that was using water or even beside them on that same level, that water was coming up into those bottom apartments. And they said, the father said, well, it looks clean. And I said, yeah, it may look all right, but it's definitely not clean. It's considered sewer water because once it goes in and makes contact with the sewer piping, yeah, it's no longer considered potable or safe. So when you ever have that happening, even just a simple backflow of your toilet, be real careful, protect yourself. We've all had to do it from time to time, maybe at least I have. And so, put your gloves on, put your face gear on, and just try to avoid it at all costs. And when I say avoid it, I don't mean don't clean it up, but as you're cleaning it up, be careful. You don't want that getting into your face or breathing in too much because those germs can be really toxic.
I've actually heard doctors say you need to call professionals when there's sewage in the flooring.
Sewage or like especially mold when you see another story. Do I have time for another story?
No.
Okay, not this time.
We'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
But let's stick with sewage. So because it does start with the toilet.
Okay.
A lot of times we cannot see. And this trivia question is really eye-opening. We can't see the bacteria that's in the toilet bowl.
Yeah, after you flush it, it looks great. It looks clean, but it's not.
Don't you think every toilet bowl with one use, no matter what it's being used for, has at least one germ, much less 10 germs?
Well, a lot more than 10.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in 24 hours, without cleaning that toilet bowl, each one of those germs, and we're going to figure out, we're going to research more and bring that more to you, but each one of those germs grows by 800 million.
In one day.
In 24 hours.
That,
So, that's, again, going back to the plate. If you're not cleaning your meal plate with every meal and you're eating on top of things, we've got things growing on it, just like in our refrigerators, right? We always seen those chemistry projects in there. It sits for a little while. Well, that's the same thing with the dirty plate. That's why we clean. That's why we disinfect our plates. We don't want to eat it. But the same thing goes with toilet bowls and sewage. We really want to make sure the professionals help you out. You don't want to take sewage clogs for granted and just think, oh, it's gone. Plumbing never gets better in my knowledge, in my experience.
yeah, if there's something wrong, it usually stays wrong until you actually fix it.
Yeah. So maybe you can get around it or something like that, but keep yourself safe, keep yourself clean. So let's get back to the Happy Toilet Cleaner and why this is different. So the Happy Toilet Cleaner, if you just tuned in, is a device that Chris has invented and patented. My genius, who saved my life from cleaning toilets, because I was kind of a perfectionist. When I was growing up and raising kids, I wanted to clean the floor every night. I didn't want the kids on things. I didn't want the toilet dirty. I didn't scrub it every day.
I had no problem going to sleep.
I know you didn't, but we're two different people,
That's right?
So anyway, I guess over 40 years of complaining about this toilet business getting dirty, and the more I learned through our plumbing service how dirty it really was, it really bothered me more. I had a dishwasher that could clean the plates. I had washing machines that could clean the clothes. I had other things that could help me, but not the toilet. And I knew the kids were using it. I knew our guests were using it. And I wanted to make sure that it was clean. I did not like the bacteria thought, even though I couldn't always see it. But when I could see it, then I knew it's even gotten worse, Chris. And you've got to help me with this, Chris. You've just got to come up with an answer and help me. So what'd you do?
Well, I put that Tupperware bowl on there, and I thought that'd be the end of it. But no, you weren't happy with that either. So we ended up with the happy toilet.
Well, I was happy with that, but I was so happy I shared it with my friends and neighbors and people around the country, because we have a lot of friends through the plumbing industry around the country. And so every time I would talk to one of them, I said, guess what I have? And they would like, no way, I want one.
Yeah. And you know what? We're getting ready to order another 10,000 from our molder.
We are.
We're running out of
so
all the stock
exciting.
we have now. I know. That's going to be great.
Yep. So, Chris, I was talking to somebody today, or, through our social media, not really verbally talking, but messaging back and forth. And a wonderful lady who really, like me, likes to know her toilet bowl is clean, just like other parts of her house. And I can respect that. I can respect a lot of people, but we don't always have the time to do it the way that this wonderful lady is finding time to do it. She actually is using like mascara brushes, and she gets underneath the rim. And someday I'm going to get to show you on a video, but there's holes underneath that rim. You just can't see them, and you don't want to put your hands under there, but there's holes under there. And all of that sewage and everything that goes in the bodily in the toilet from the body, and those 800 million germs and more get all in those holes. And so she takes a clean mascara wand and cleans that, puts her cleaner on it and cleans it. And
that's hardcore.
That is. And, it reminded me a lot of what I felt like I always needed to do, because I wanted to know, I needed mind peace.
We would do that for customers, just to get the holes cleared out from the hard water deposits. But
so it would flush better.
Yes.
We weren't really in the cleaning business.
No.
But the concern was it's not flushing good. So a lot of times we knew we had to clean that gook out, and that would get rid of a lot of smells too.
Yeah.
So, Chris.
But that gook isn't just in the holes. It's in that whole channel where the water goes through. So cleaning the holes out themselves is not really getting rid of all the germs that are in there.
Yeah. And so that's what I was sharing with our
Just think about it, Linda. It's a dark, damp area that stays that way constantly. And that's perfect growing area for germs.
Especially humidity. And there's a lot of areas in the country. We're in Arizona, so we get more of a dry area, but we do have humidity.
Kind of compare it to your garbage disposal. And those get to stinking quite a bit too.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, for the same reason.
Yeah. I used to write a lot of articles and do videos about how to keep your garbage disposal clean and
people buy the pods or put ice or lemon or whatever in the garbage disposal, trying to get that cleaned up and get rid of smells.
Yeah. Yeah. And because everything's growing, it goes back to that chemistry project that I think of that gets in my refrigerator once in a while. And so with this, I was trying to share with, her name is Connie, and she's on our social media feed, and she's a wonderful lady.
Hi, Connie.
Yes, I hope you're watching. I invited her to the show, or maybe she'll see this later on. But I respect wanting that cleaned as much as she wants it. And she shared, she's seen office buildings, and she's never seen a cleaner that could clean as good as she can manually.
Yeah.
And I get that. But Chris, when I told you that, what did you say?
Well, she's not able to clean up inside that channel of the water, and throughout the whole water delivery system, it doesn't get cleaned. And germs grow so fast, you can clean it. I don't know if you're cleaning it once a day, that's great. I mean, that's really good. Most people don't have time for that. If you clean it once a week, you're probably still doing better than most. And even if you do in between those cleanings, it's dirty.
Yeah. So what I wanted to share with Connie and everybody else, why does this clean differently? Can you go really simple? I always ask Chris, can you just dumb it down? Do the dummies for Linda's part?
Sure. So let me stand up here. So when you flush, the flapper opens, or the canister or whatever, all that water goes down and flushes. Like Linda likes to say, the bodily fluids out of the bowl. It closes. And then this is where the water fills up and goes into the bowl right here through our Happy Toilet, picking up the solution and cleaning that water channel plus the bowl. And then it gets to sit in the bowl and kill as well. And even through the other water channels that it flows through, it gets cleaner on there and it sits there and kills. And if you're using basically a salt, or not a salt, a soap tablet, even the soap, like washing your hands, if you have long enough contact time, soap will kill germs. If you're using something that has a bleach or some other type of disinfectant, that's even better because that will kill germs a lot more effectively. Then not only does the water come in here, but the water for the tank, it actually comes in at the bottom of the valve and fills it from the bottom. So that fills up the tank, and when it stops, the float lifts up. I'm sorry for my speaking today. It's pretty bad. The float lifts up, turns the water off, and then that stops all the water going into the bowl and into the tank.
So that was pretty fast for me. Yeah. And so I'm a slow learner.
And not very clear either. But
well, that's okay.
We can go step by step if you want.
So because I'd like to just point out a few more pieces. I'm a really visual learner, and I like to see things visual. So that's why I had Chris put this out here today, because we've been talking a few days without visuals and just holding up our items and sharing what it does. I'm from New York, so I use my hands a lot.
Yeah.
So anyway, so this is what I call the magic bowl refill tube. So what Chris was also sharing was the water that we all see in the tank is not the same water that refills the bowl. And that's really what I'm trying to help people understand, why the Happy Toilet is different. It doesn't clean the same as a manual cleaning. It doesn't clean the same as when you put a cleaner into the tank water. The cleaner that is picked up with the bowl refill water, that's what this is. That's all that this is meant to do. Because we have the Happy Toilet cleaner here, the water goes in here, picks up your cleaning solution, and then goes behind here into this overflow tube. Hopefully you can all see that. That's what refills the bowl. That's what goes in the porcelain areas that Chris is talking about that you cannot manually clean. That's what goes through underneath the jets and the rim every time you flush. So that those germs, those bacteria, those 800 million plus, if you have not cleaned your toilet with every flush manually, those germs are multiplying and multiplying and multiplying every time you use it, and then day after day. So even if you do like to clean your toilet manually, this is just a beneficial factor that you can add that will help you in between the times that you are not able to clean it manually. So again, the reason that Chris is such a genius is because he knew how the plumbing flushing system works best and how to design this so that it will do the work for you every time you flush. The last thing that I heard Chris say, and I hope that you all caught it, is because it refills the bowl with the cleaning solution, it will sit there. So imagine this. You flush the toilet, you see that bowl clear. You see now water go into it and fill it up. With the Happy Toilet cleaner, it fills up with cleaning solution. You close the lid, you're on your way to work, to go eat dinner, whatever you want to do. You come back, it's still cleaning. If we put it into the tank water, it just goes down with the flush. It doesn't have that much time to sit on the ring. It never gets underneath the rim, and it doesn't clean as much. So the disinfectant part is, Chris, we were talking yesterday, how much time, about 5 minutes or so, that you need to keep.
Yeah, a lot depends on the strength of the disinfectant,
right.
But the longer the time, the better. And if you have a couple minutes, that's usually enough. But, everyone doesn't go use the toilet one right after another. There's usually long periods of time in between where there's plenty of time for it to disinfect.
We have a 2-story house, so the only bathroom downstairs can sometimes get used right after another.
Yeah.
Like the big game coming up this weekend, people are going to be using it. I'm going to say thank you for cleaning my toilet every time they come up.
I've tested that though, and it still doses really good, even if you use it one right after another.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. So I hope that that's a little bit clearer. I hope that that's why the Happy Toilet Cleaner is different than any other toilet cleaner out there. And then it really saves you a lot of money, because when you start looking at all those cleaners on the shelf, when I've gone through Walmart or my grocery store, or even if you go to Amazon and you look at it, all the pictures, there's so many cleaners, and how long do they last? I was buying cleaners every month, and I was only able to clean the toilet 4 times a month. So, with that. So a lot of that liquid stuff is wasted because you just keep pushing and it just goes down the drain. Those little stickums, they just didn't work. And again, I had to refill them.
Plus, like sponges, those bottles, that's mostly water.
Well, it is. And then the other part, I was reading up, and we don't say this a lot, Chris, is we're not throwing all those bottles away in the landfills.
That's true.
So we save all the landfills by not using them.
Yep.
So we're saving money, we're saving landfills of plastic in there, and you get to clean the toilet bowl and under the rim with every flush. You are a genius.
Well, thank you. I'll compare it to a pool.
Okay, yeah.
Let's say we had a pool. We have a pool. It's got a little dirty, so I've been working on that today. But let's say you clean the pool once a week. You actually empty all the water, just like flushing the toilet. You scrub it all out. You put fresh water in. It looks nice. Well, by the end of that week, it's going to be really dirty again. But if you dose it with the proper solutions, it stays clean all week long with the filter running. So that's what you have to have. You have to have a full-time, every flush dosing system, which is what ours is, keeping it clean every day after every flush.
Right.
That's why it works so good. It's every flush.
That's as simple as it is. Every single flush, it will keep the bowl clean. And the other simple part is you install it one time. It takes about 2 minutes, if that. And that should last 5-7 years. How many times do you need to replace any of the other items? And
for Connie, I know you love to clean and you're great at it, and that's fantastic, but maybe you won't have to clean as much, or maybe not as long. Maybe it'll just be a quick swish around, and then things will be a lot easier for you, which would be great.
Yeah. There's a lot of other things in my house that I have now put my time towards, the baseboards and different things that I don't have as much support cleaning. I've got some good tools, but I need that time too. So now, without having to worry about my toilet bowl as much as I used to, I clean.
She is always looking for something better to clean with. Whether it be the fan blades, or usually ends up being me though, like doing the baseboards and cleaning.
I'm one of those people. I'm always looking for new cleaning hacks, new things. What can we use that make it easier? I'm getting older. I want cleaning to be easier. I feel like I've earned the cleaning T-shirt already.
Yeah. Okay.
The cleaning award. We all stayed healthy. Our house has stayed clean, and it's just an ongoing battle.
Well, we do have 3 dogs. That's always a battle.
It is. It is. So, Chris, do you want to share a little bit about what you have here?
Sure. I just wanted to show different types of flush valves that are out on the market. This is your basic old style flapper one right there. It's just a simple overflow, but they come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. This here's a dual flush, and it will work on the dual flush, this one, because it's got an overflow tube. So our unit would just fit right there. So as long as it's got an overflow tube and there's room in the toilet for it to fit, you're good to go. That one will be no problem to work with. And then here's another one. This is like for a low boy. I believe this is a Toto one, Linda. And it's like a little canister. It just lifts right there. But with the overflow tube, our unit would just fit right there. In fact, I'll just really quick throw it on. And that's it. And it would still work just the same as it did before. Except the water then would be going through our solution first, going down, and then cleaning the bowl with every flush. So it doesn't really matter what toilet you have, as long as you have an overflow tube and room for it to go in, you're good to go. And we also have the canister model, which is made specifically for the Kohler canister. It's the Deuce, and that's made to fit on those.
Right. So if you go to look for these, we have them on our website. We're on Amazon. We're on Walmart.com. We're on a lot of different areas, e-commerce, and now we're in some Ace stores too. But when you go to look for them, you do want to figure out which one you got. So the majority of toilets are going to use the regular style that we have here.
And that's as simple as just taking the lid off and looking in there
Yeah.
and seeing if you have a canister or not, and see
Right.
if this would fit. Like this here, this would fit just about anywhere. Even in front here, if you had this, and that's the only place you could put it, it wouldn't interfere with the flapper at all. So some of them, though, it's down lower, and that might interfere with the flapper. So you just flip it and have it go to the back.
You know, Chris designed both of these so it could be really versatile for many different toilets, many different shapes, many dual flush, single flush, a lot of things like that. So, and the other thing that we love customer service. Customer service is a pet peeve of mine, just like toilet bowl cleaning. So I'm always there to help you. You can find our information on our website, happytoilet.com. You can email me. You can text me photos. I can help you really quick. Photos that I'd like is more of the inside of the tank instead of the whole toilet, because this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the flush area. And if I have a question, I go to the master.
That's right, Linda. Can we tell them about some things that might be coming soon?
Yes, definitely.
All right. So we have our Ultra tablets, right? Great cleaning tablet. We have some consumers that let us know that, hey, this is not, this is too strong smelling, too bleachy. And we know that. And so we are actually working on new tablets now. One that's going to be a no bleach, but we're going to have one that someday that's going to be a low bleach one.
So I just ordered today.
Very effective.
They do have some bleach, so they will disinfect, but no odor. We've been testing them for about 6 months with a few of our customers that are more sensitive with that. And
testing is important.
Testing is so important, and it does take time. I am never going to, just like with our plumbing, I would never offer something to our customer that I didn't like the best in my own house. So same thing goes with toilet cleaning tablets. So, but until that comes out, I was sharing with somebody today, some of the Walmart Great Value tablets, we had some trouble with them, with their manufacturers, but some of our customers are telling us that they've gotten better. So I'm looking to test those again, but they have a very low odor and clean very well, the Great Value one.
And the 2 Walmarts you went to were out, so we weren't able to get some to test.
No, they're very hard to get. And when they used to be good, that we were using them, they were very hard to find too. So we're going to get tablets that will always be in stock for you, and we can always help you out if you can't find another tablet out there. So, you know, if you have trouble with the tablet, keep the Happy Toilet device, because I can help you find the right tablet. We want to help you get that toilet bowl clean every single time. And the only way I know how to do it right now is with the Happy Toilet Cleaner. So work with me. I'll help you with the right tablet. We're going to get more tablets, but there are some on the market that you can get yourself. And that's another reason Chris designed it this way, so that you could use your own tablet. You don't have to buy a cartridge from us. You don't have to buy something.
We never even thought about selling tablets until we found out that, well, you know, that we could make a better tablet or get more of them made that would work specifically with Happy Toilet.
You know, and that's another reason why I realized this works so much better, is because I thought all the tablets worked when I was putting them in the tank. I thought they were all cleaning good. Well, they weren't, and they weren't doing a good job. And I realized that once we started to use this, I could see and I knew that it was not doing a good job. So not all tablets are going to be the same out there, but I can help you with that. I love customer service. So just come and let me know what you need. Also on our YouTube video page, we're adding a lot more videos. We just had somebody come on out and do 2 more install videos that are really good. We're looking at it now. It's a rough draft. So those will be coming out. And, but we have install videos on our YouTube page. We tried to do a lot of videos that would help your particular question. And so just go through that periodically and see if there's something there that you need, or contact me or through social media. And we're doing these live spots every single day for this month. And we'd be happy to help answer your question, visually put something together for you, and make sure that your toilet cleaning is much easier for you. Now, if you're getting ready for the big game this weekend, don't forget about cleaning your toilet. If you have one of these, you don't have to worry about it. It will be all clean. If you don't, maybe you want to think about that. So again, put something in the comment on our live feed here if you're watching now or if you watch it later. And on Monday, we will be doing a drawing for one free Happy Toilet device for a lucky winner. If you share this with anyone, you'll get your name put in twice.
That's a good deal.
Double the chance. Yeah. So anything else, Chris, that you have on your mind that you wanted to share today?
No.
Okay. Well, we look forward to hearing from you. Let us know what topics you're interested in. And tomorrow I'm going to have another trivia question. So wait till you'll see what that is.
All right, Linda.
You ready?
You ready?
Yep.
It's flush and easy.
Have a great night.
Looking forward to talking to you again tomorrow at 4 o'clock.